What's up, everybody? It is time for ET Canada Live Friday. Before one of Hollywood's biggest parties of the year. Maybe the biggest actual party.
That's true.
The Golden Globes.
There's a lot of drinking that happens.
Lots of drinking. Speaking of which, our girl Sangeeta Patel is already down in LA getting ready for the big show. You know, you just give them champagne.
Yeah.
Just once you get there, just give you champagne. Sangeeta will be on the red carpet on Sunday. So stay tuned to all our social media all weekend.
Oh, that's a live feed right now. And look, Ricky Gervais.
Yep, they're rolling out the actual red carpet there for the Golden Globes.
Who the Mr. or Miss Golden Globe is this year? Do you remember who it is? I
don't know. But the question is, where's Sangeeta? That's what we want to see. Where's Sangeeta there?
Oh, they're rolling
with a bottle of champagne in her hand. That's not Sangeeta.
Chris Brosnan. Oh, he's taking a video of his kids. That's a proud dad right there.
Here, they're going to do it again.
Yeah,
They always roll out the carpet several times.
This is actually live. They're doing it again. Oh, they need to do it a second time. Yeah. Do it again.
First one's for photos, next one's for video.
Here we go. Ricky's ready.
Don't trip, guys.
He's got his camera ready.
Kick, don't trip.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a good solid kick. Oh, just one.
There it is.
Oh, Ricky's skipping.
That's all they needed, hey?
Oh, gold. Pure gold. It gets more exciting as things go on. We're going to show you how Hollywood kicked things off.
They're all already drunk. All of them.
Last night, but also Ricki Lake talking about the overwhelming support she received since revealing her hair loss battle. And Alex Trebek has already thought about what he'll say on his final episode of Jeopardy.
Yeah, but first, the Palm Springs International Film Festival Gala kicked off the 2020 award season last night. And Golden Globe nominee Jennifer Lopez was presented with the Spotlight Award by her Hustlers director, Lorene Scafaria.
I'm sorry. I feel a little bit like Joaquin. Like, I'm so glad to be here, but I want to run out the door. I'm so nervous. Thank you, Lorene, for that. That was so sweet. I'm not used to all that praise. Okay. And finally, my partner in life, my love, Alex Rodriguez. He makes me feel like a winner every single day. So, winning. So, I love you. So to all the talented women out there writing films, producing films, and directing films, support one another and tell your stories. And remember, no is not an answer. It's an opportunity. Thank you again so much to the Palm Springs Film Festival for this award. Thank you. Good night. I love you. Thank you so much.
Look at her getting all emotional.
I know.
Also, who's not praising her enough?
People need to praise Jim.
She said she's not used to this kind of praise.
Every day I would tell her, "You're amazing. How are you doing all this, Jennifer Lopez?"
Yeah, she's like, she wanted to thank her life partner, but clearly he's not giving her enough praise.
No.
Alex, get on it.
Carrie says, I could see her as the front runner. Someone else thinks she looks beautiful. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting award season to see how this goes. I think she will win the Golden Globe on Sunday.
Yeah, it's looking that way, isn't it?
Because the Golden Globes, like, they're big stars. I don't know, just it's one of those roles that you think, yeah, the Golden Globes would go for. The Oscars, whole other thing. It's going to be interesting. But she's doing award season very, very well, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's
she can give a speech.
Right.
Like, she's great at giving acceptance speeches.
She's being so genuine about all this stuff. Every nomination that she gets. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Because Laura Dern, who also won an award last night, I think she got like a Lifetime Achievement Award, which is kind of weird.
What is the trophy? What is that? Is it like a gesture?
These awards are completely made up. Like, let's be real.
I don't know what that is. I'm curious
This
about
isn't like by committee.
Me.
It's literally just like they're going to give awards to certain people. Like this was a Spotlight Award that Jennifer Lopez got. Yeah, Laura Dern got a Career Achievement Award. There's like Renee Zellweger got one. Jamie Foxx got one. Adam Driver got one. So they're kind of made up.
It's all in the campaigning for the bigger awards.
Right.
Right? You get that person's name and face out there. They give the good speech again. Like
another great, moment. Yeah.
Another fantastic moment, and it kind of like puts that person in mind when it comes to the bigger awards like this weekend.
Yeah, Gail says well-deserved. Yeah, Wingstorm says hopefully J-Lo wins the Oscar. Yeah, so I was going to say it's going to be her versus Laura Dern. That's going to be a huge showdown. And Laura Dern's never won an Oscar. She's great in Marriage Story. So, Yeah, it's going to be
She is
interesting.
so good in Marriage
It's going to be an
Story.
interesting showdown. But yeah, Jennifer Lopez is definitely going to be nominated for an Oscar. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out. But I think she's in good shape for the Golden Globe. We'll see. Okay,
right.
Charlize Theron was at the Palm Springs International Film Festival Gala as well, where she was honored with the International Star Award.
Nice.
But just almost left with a Broken Star Award instead.
There's a band. I didn't know. Hi, guys. Oh. The last time I was here, it was my kids' school field trip, and I drank myself into a daytime coma. Dealing with 40 first graders, so it's nice to be back under more celebratory circumstances. So, the International Star Award, okay. Weirdly, that is how I introduce myself to strangers. So I'm glad someone is finally giving me the validation. Hi, Charlize Theron, International Star. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and her award, like, what is that thing?
It's
like onion rings wrapped around like a cactus.
Onion rings. Now all I can think about is onion rings.
What
it
is
is a
that?
bit bizarre. When you get an award that looks like that, because everyone knows what the Academy Award looks like. That's the one that you want.
Yeah. Like
You're gonna put that right out front in your home so everyone can see it.
Right.
But when you get the International Star Award, the Onion Ring Cactus Award,
Someone said, why does the award look like a vase with a snake wrapped around it? It's
I want
something.
more of that. Everyone tell us what you think that award looks like.
No one says, I love that
exciting.
Charlize knows the band said hi to them. They'd probably never get any kind of credit. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a
Charlize
band.
Theron is giving you a shout out. Carrie says she has such a great sense of humor about herself. That's the other thing. Like, she's literally one of the most beautiful women in the world. But just like she constantly talks about, like, yeah, I just got to go home to my kids after this. Like,
I like how she treats this whole thing.
Yeah.
I also love that she started by going International Star Award. Like what do I do? Like what do I say to this?
Who am
what
I
does
thanking?
it mean?
I'm at the Palm Springs Festival, but I'm getting International
Star Award. But congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations goes out. I'm
really hyping up these Palm Springs Awards. They're never going to invite us there.
So sorry. We are so sorry, all of you Palm Springs Awards people.
Okay. After Ricki Lake revealed in a social media post on New Year's that she's been hiding hair loss for decades, she was on Good Morning America this morning to discuss the overwhelming support she's received.
I feel like I can finally be truly me, and I don't think I look that bad.
You don't look that bad.
I like my head. And like showering. I mean, for women who have struggled and men who struggle with this issue, seeing the hair in the drain was so traumatizing. I was afraid to take a shower, and then the process of blowing out the extensions, which would pull on my hair and hurt. Like now, to take a shower, it is like orgasmic. I mean, it's like I can't believe it, and the time it takes to get ready. I mean, this is new. This is like my second day in public.
But even when you were in the airport coming here, people were stopping you, and
well, I had a hat on, and so people definitely are noticing me more. But I feel like if I can be a beacon of hope for so many people, it wasn't what I set out to do. Honestly, this was my own personal thing, and I was looking at the timeline of like the new year, the new decade, and I was done. New me.
Knew you all the way well. How about your boys, your sons?
They're amazing. They're 22 and 18, and they're super proud of me. And this, in some ways, is the bravest thing I've ever done in my life, and I've gone through a lot.
You know, a lot of women deal with this. A lot of women deal with this. Over 50% of women during their lifetime. And I love the NDRE song, "We Are Not Our Hair, We Are the Soul that lives within." Why do you think we have
I think this construct that of what is beauty, and I don't want to blame, but like these women that we emulate, whether it's the Kardashians or all of them are using fake hair that's not real. And I'm not suggesting that anybody do anything that doesn't work for them. Anyone should do whatever works for them. But this is what works for me at this time in my life, and I feel like I've been set free. I truly feel like I feel like I'm ready to take on anything after this.
I'm sure.
Yeah, she looks amazing.
I like it. I like that look. I think it looks great.
Yeah, Carrie says, I think Ricki looks great. She has my support 100%. Noah says, this made me a bit teary. I love Rookie. She's so lovely. I'm happy people are rooting for her for doing such a brave thing. Jacqueline says, I cut my hair off 6 years ago because of medication, and I lost my hair. So, yeah, I mean, there's so many people that deal with this.
The idea that your identity is tied so strongly to something on the outside.
That's
like
the thing,
your hair. That what she said about that, what they've been saying about that, like, we are not our hair, that song that NDIRE is on. It's an important thing to remember because it's so easy to forget, right? It's so easy to think, like, the beauty of whatever standard that we're trying to keep up with is defining us.
Right. And that's saying, like, it's 2020. Like, we hope we get to the point where none of this matters. It still does matter to people. Like that's where you're still seeing in magazines. But yeah, I think these little steps that people do, like, we're slowly getting to a spot where people aren't emphasizing this stuff as much. Whatever it is, your hair, your like makeup, weight, what you're wearing, like, we're slowly getting there.
We're getting
I don't know what year it'll finally be that we don't care about any of this, but yeah, like, Ricky is so amazing for doing something like this. And yeah, like what we've seen, because I saw even on her post, like, people are posting their own selfies of what their hair is like, or taking off their wig in a little video to show, like, that's what
cool.
my hair actually
and
is.
she even
like,
said too, she's like, you know what, maybe I'll wear some wigs or whatever when I want to, but it'll be for fun or for art or for fashion.
Yeah, Paula says that hair looks amazing on her. Vilma says, I love it. Lisa says she's so brave, good deed. Shell thinks it makes her even more relatable. Carrie says, I shaved my head about a year ago, just an act of liberation. She wears it better than I did. Ella says, everyone is different. Everyone goes through a tough time. It makes me cry. Let's remember the time everyone is different. If you are different, don't be scared to show it. I love you. Oh, that's nice.
Ah,
that's very nice.
What a great sentiment for a Friday.
Yeah.
All right. Alex Trebek sat down with Michael Strahan for the primetime special, What is Jeopardy? And as he continues to battle pancreatic cancer, Alex has considered what he will say whenever he does choose to stop hosting the long-running game show.
And to walk off that stage and you're done with Jeopardy. What do you imagine that to be like?
It'll be a significant moment for me, but I've kind of, in my mind, rehearsed it already. And what I would do on that day is tell the director, time the show down to leave me 30 seconds at the end. That's all I want. And I will say my goodbyes. I will tell people, don't ask me who's going to replace me because I have no say in that whatsoever. But I'm sure that if you give them the same love and attention and respect that you have shown me for the past 30, however many years, then they will be a success and the show will continue being a success. And until we meet again, God bless you and goodbye.
Dude. He's already thought it through. I don't like any of this talk from Alex Trebek.
No,
I don't want to hear about it. No, I don't want to talk about this, Alex Trebek.
Jeopardy's
We're not going to talk
always
about
been
it.
my favorite game show. Alex Trebek is like the greatest game show host. And I'm not surprised at all that he knows what he's going to say.
He's so professional at everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got a plan. Yeah, he's in no way announced that he's going to leave the show. He's in no way said that. But
imagine being him, though, in the position where people are constantly asking, like, who's going to replace? Because people have been asking this for years. Before even talk of him being sick was happening. And he's like, I'm holding on to this thing. Like, I'm still doing this thing.
Yeah.
So he has all that to contend with. People thinking about who's going to come next. Plus, obviously, him being ill, and he's thinking. I don't want to say I know what he's thinking, but it seems that he's got to think a lot about endings right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Shell says, such a sweet man. Paula says, I would not have asked that question, but what a perfect response.
Yeah.
Thomas says, Alex is truly a strong man and has used the show to really talk about the issue of cancer, and God bless him for his courage, strength, and integrity. And even beyond, like, his cancer battle, because, I mean, Pat Sajak just did an interview a couple weeks ago. He went through a little bit of health scare. He's totally fine. But even he's saying, probably in a couple of years, I'm going to retire.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting with both those, just like these huge iconic shows that have been on for, what, 35 years?
Yeah.
So if both those hosts kind of leave around the same time, it's going to be absolutely huge. Like, Price is Right, is going strong. Like, Drew Carey's been doing that for, what, probably close to 10 years now he's been doing it. So, yeah, I think those shows will live on. But, yeah, I mean, I don't even like to think about that with Alex Trebek.
But it's true. Like, when you think about those shows, the person that's been hosting that show for 30-some-odd years is such... they're tied into the identity of that show so strongly, right?
Yeah, and Alex Trebek is just such a classic guy. So, yeah, keep on doing Jeopardy, Alex.
Love it. All right. Things got a little heated on last night's episode of Project Runway as the judges gave contestant Tyler some critique on his creation.
Yeah, so the task was to create a look for host Carly Kloss using garments from Goodwill that she could wear to an event in Paris. Now, Carly married Joshua Kushner last year. whose brother is Jared Kushner, who's working in the Trump administration alongside his wife Ivanka and father-in-law Donald.
Now that you know all that, do you think Tyler was delivering a diss at Carly?
So you're happy with your look?
I'm happy with it. I don't know if you love it or if you hate it. Whatever it is, lay it on me. I'm ready.
We'll bring us back to the challenge. Super cool, A. Wearable, B. Chic, C. You got B. You got wearable.
Good.
It's definitely wearable in some place that is neither Paris nor Montauk or Martha's Vineyard. I cannot see Carly wearing it anywhere, honestly. Like,
Not even to dinner with the Kushners?
Oh, no, Tyler, don't say that out loud.
Holy
That's your husband.
I was going to Paris. That was your challenge here.
I know.
Keep
but
it to the challenge.
I could see you wearing it at some point.
You may not know, but I know. I know that this is not what I asked for. The fabrics are poor choices. I think they look cheap. The pockets are kind of ill-placed. And if this is your aesthetic, then that's that. But this was about my aesthetic and the influence of my stylist. You really missed the mark here on all accounts.
Okay. So flash forward a little bit. Tyler was eliminated. Shocking.
Whoop. Who saw that one coming?
Yeah, I know. But here's what he had to say as he gave his goodbyes.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Can I?
She's the best. You can say anything you like.
Carly, I want you to know that I'm not a jerk. I'm professional, so what I said earlier had no hidden agenda, no meaning, no, nothing like that.
Thank you.
No.
Well, Gage says, I don't think that's the place to say something like this. It's about the fashion, not the politics. Politics is made for good TV. Ella says, Shakti just got roasted by a judge. Wow. Carrie says, not everyone has to love her or her style. I think he was being true to himself. Noah says he had to come up with a colorful snap, and oh dear, Carly didn't look happy at all.
She went into him. I don't know that she would have been that harsh if he hadn't have said that.
But, so her initial reaction where she immediately goes and that kind of face, all he really said was, not even the dinner with your in-laws?
Well,
if I said that to you, you would be like, you intended that as an insult.
Well, if my brother-in-law was in a bit of hot water,
but that's
or
the thing. It's so she automatically knows that her in-law situation is not the greatest. So a normal question like that, I'm just being devil's advocate here.
Of course.
Yeah, by saying that.
Sure.
What, just to have dinner with your in-laws? That would in no way be an insult to somebody. But she immediately
that's where she
goes to that spot. So a little bit, it's like you're very aware of the perception of your in-laws.
I think Project Runway should thank Tyler, though. Well, we're talking quite a bit about the show.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I haven't talked about it since she started to host it. She's done a couple seasons. But yeah, I think there's no doubt that was meant to be a little bit of a diss at her. Him saying, no, I didn't mean anything by it. But yeah, I think it was a little bit
I kind of wish he leaned into it, though. You know what I mean? He's like, I got to win this challenge. But when he found out he wasn't winning the challenge, I kind of wish it would have.
Gage says what he said at the end to her was complete BS. Nelson says she would have said the same thing regardless. Noah says, I was expecting a slap. Valeska says, Graham, you're always spoiling stuff for me. Come on.
Valeska, you're
Project Runway.
You're right.
We're spoilers of Project Runway.
No, she's absolutely right. I did not. Okay. That's fine. You should have watched the show, right? That's what you were going to say?
Watch it live, Valeska.
That's it.
What else are we going to talk about? If I avoid all spoilers or everything, we wouldn't talk about anything on this show.
Someone bring
Jayla won an award last night.
Can we get the...
Charlie's got an award with a cactus and an onion ring around it.
Can we do our Golden Globe celebration already? Can we get this thing started? That's it for today, everyone. Stay tuned all weekend as we keep you up to date on everything going down with the Golden Globes.
And to all the celebs, remember to properly time your bathroom breaks during the ceremony. So at the Palm Springs Film Festival last night, Renee Zellweger remembered when she was indisposed when she won for Nurse Betty back in 2001.
Now, since Renee is a nominee again this year for Judy, I'm guessing she won't be leaving her seat for maybe the entire time.
Just hold it.
Yeah, just hold it all the way. All right, have a good day, everyone.
I didn't have any expectation to need a speech, and I had gotten up poorly timed bathroom break. And 2 of my friends had walked with me to the bathroom, and they started screaming because apparently the what is it called? The schedule of events, the order of events was wrong, and they were announcing my category at that moment. So I was in the bathroom, and I had just thrown away this chapstick that then I changed my mind and decided I needed because it wouldn't close in my purse, so something had to go. But then I needed it, so I had to go in the trash and get it. So I was digging in the trash when they called my name to come to the stage and relieve poor Hugh Grant of his little dog and pony show that he was doing to waste time. He was very sweet.